Hey, what's going on guys? This is going to be another Clash Royale video featuring the best deck for the Double Elixir Challenge. So this deck strives at Double Elixir in all aspects, but mainly because you're able to stack multiple spawners at a time with the Barbarian Hut and the Furnace. Their life cycles are each about a minute, so since it's Double Elixir, you can place down twice as many spawners in that minute as you could in regular play. Plus there are many other expensive cards like the Bowler and the Three Musketeers, which are mainly used for defense, but they're also very important to push the other side. And then also there's the spells, which are the Fireball and the Log. Those are used to chip the tower and to take out enemy troops. The Fireball plus the Log can take out wizards, musketeers, and troops like that, and also Three Musketeers if the opponent plays that. And then the Fire Spirit and the Ice Spirit are mainly used for cycling the deck, but they're also great at defending the swarm type troops. Anyways, I'll just quickly open up these chests. Probably not getting anything from these anyways. And then we'll open up the chest I got from the Double Elixir Challenge. And no way! Got the Inferno Dragon, that's super lucky. I was not expecting to get that at all. Alright, and anyways, I'll quickly show you these replays. As you can see right here, actually, I did have one loss, but I wasn't actually using the same deck. It was kind of a variation. I had the Princess instead of the Bowler, which the Bowler turns out to make a huge difference, where I ended up going 9-0. And I easily could have gone 12-0, but the challenge did end. I easily would have kept going, but I'll keep playing with this deck and I'll try and go 12-0 with it, and once I do, I will share those replays once I get them. Anyways, let's see. I'm only going to be showing the better replays in this video, just for learning purposes and show better examples. But I will have all of the replays from that challenge in a separate video for those of you that would like to see all of them and learn from them. Anyways, jumping into this first replay, we're playing CW Feng. This was actually probably the toughest battle that I had in the entire challenge. It was very close. I was actually losing pretty badly at one point, and then was able to come back. Also, with this deck, I always like to split push both lanes, just so that they can't commit all their troops to one side, especially with a Golem. If they can put a ton of troops behind that, it's going to be super difficult to defend. So anyways, as I said, yeah, he has a Golem deck, so my main defenses to that is going to be my Three Musketeers and then the Barbarians that spawn from the Barbarian Hut. So I'm trying to place those down. I don't have enough time to play my Three Musketeers, so right now I'm just trying to stall and slowly chip out his troops. He does about more than half damage to my my first tower, which is not a very good start for me. Then I see a bunch of his skeletons are starting to swarm my tower, so I didn't want to, but I had to place down those Fire Spirits to take care of them, knowing they could have done a lot of damage to it. So I used my Fireball to chip the tower and damage the wizard down to like a sliver of health. He's pushing me again with his Golem, not really having much to defend it at all. I placed on a Bowler in the Furnace, and the Golem gets through all that quite easily, and then he's about to take out my tower. At this point, this battle's not looking that great for me. I haven't played my Three Musketeers yet, so this is a surprise for him. So I split push it with the Bowler tanking for my Musketeer on the left side, and then two Musketeers going in on the right. Lucky for me, he misplays a Goblin Barrel on the top right of his tower. And I get those two Musketeers to do quite a bit of damage to that first tower. And then on the left side, my Bowler was tanking for my Musketeer, and they get a few more shots off. So at this point, I already know I'm going to lose my left tower, so I just start building up on the right side, trying to get at least one tower down so I can force overtime. And that Goblin Barrel incoming, I didn't want to waste a Fireball on it, so I just let it take it. And dealing with the wizard is quite tough, so I want to get rid of that, get it off the field as soon as possible, so I use the Fireball. And now at this point, I really need to get that tower down to force overtime, because I know once I do, I can easily take out that left tower. So right now I'm just throwing everything I got at that first tower. Right before the Bowler dies, he gets one shot off, which is perfect for me, so now I can just take out that tower with a Fireball or the Log. And once I get that tower, it's all pretty much a good game. I just need to drop my 3 musketeers in the middle, and right after that, it's GG. So that wasn't even a super close battle at the end where my tower had like still half health left, but that was probably the toughest battle that I had in this challenge, because this deck is super OP at the moment. It basically utilizes like all the best cards for double elixir and puts them all into one deck, and it's super hard to defend against. Okay, so jumping into this next replay against Roy. This is actually the 12th battle of the challenge, so this was with everything on the line, except I still had 2 lives left, so in case I lost, I could still go again. Anyways, he had a lightning spell, which was quite tough to play against, just because he would be able to either lightning all 3 of my 3 musketeers, or like 2 or 3 buildings at a time. But anyways, we still managed and still pulled out the win. Anyways, so I start off with my my barbarian hut in the middle, and then I follow up with a bowler. He caught me off guard with a skeleton, the graveyard spell. Still not quite adapted to that yet. So I just played my 3 musketeers on the right side, and this is where I found out he had the lightning spell, which takes out all 3 for insane value. But anyways, I still have my bowler at full health, so I pushed the left side. I placed some fire spirits behind my bowler, and then I wait for what he is to do next. As I said before, I split push both sides just to apply pressure on both sides. That's also why I chose the Barbarian Hut and the Furnace in this deck, because with each time it spawns troops, it can get at least a few hits on the tower, and overall, after a while, it can do a ton of damage. So if the opponent were to not defend against them, they'd be in for a world of trouble. Unlike with the Spear Goblin Hut, I forget what it's called, those just do like really small damage each time, so in the long run it's not super important to defend against as much as it is for the Fire Spirits or the Barbarian Hut. Anyways, I used my Fireball to take out the Musketeer and do damage to the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Giant. Right now the incoming Mini P.E.K.K.A. is a problem, so I have to play my Bowler in front of it. I believe the Mini P.E.K.K.A. actually got one shot off on my Bowler, but the Bowler actually acts as a pretty good tank as well, absorbing one shot from a Mini P.E.K.K.A. and a Lightning, still with a bit of health left, enough to push the other side. And also, like, as you're watching these replays, I know it's really hard, but watching both lanes, usually when you watch all the pushing on one side, so right now it's the right side, you completely forget about the left side, where those Fire Spirits are slowly chipping that building, the tower on the other side, and it's already down to less than 1500 health. Also, the Fire Spirit's really great if it's at tournament standard level, which is, I believe, 9. It can absorb 3 shots from the tower, and then also freeze it, which allows both Fire Spirits to damage it. And according to like an awesome YouTuber, OJ, it does more damage than a Fireball, which is awesome. So if ever you can, just play an Ice Spirit in front of it, and it'll do crazy damage over time to that tower. Anyways, at this point, Roy is way ahead of me. He's got my building down to about 600 health, and he has a lightning spell, so I think 2 of those will take it out. And he's also got a zap and an arrow, so I have to be very careful, and I have to take out that tower soon. Lucky for me, my Bowler and my 3 Musketeers still survive. And apparently on the left side, I wasn't even watching that, but on the right side, he was distracted trying to defend that, and on the left side, my troops were able to take it out, and I just finished it off with a Fireball. So that was the game that won me the 12 win chest. And then this is, I believe, the 11th game, playing against Kevin. So he also had a bit of a variation on spawners. He had, I believe, the Goblin Hut. I still forget what that's called. I think it's the Goblin Hut. And the Furnace. So I start off with my Furnace in the middle. I don't like sitting at 10 elixir, so I always just play something no matter what. And then I split push on the right side as well, but he has the Furnace to defend against my Barbarian Hut. So to deal with the Valkyrie, I placed down a Bowler in front to take care of the Spear Goblins behind it, and to slowly chip away at that Valkyrie. And I played my 3 Musketeers in the middle, split pushing both sides again. with the bowler tanking for my musketeer on the left side, and on the right side I have some barbarians in front of my musketeer. So I do quite a bit of damage on the left side. He defends the right side really well, and now I am just going to defend the hog. I didn't want to place down the barbarian hut because 7 elixir for 4 elixir isn't the best trade for me, but the barbarian hut actually has a ton of health, so it's able to survive with more than half health, and while my other troops take care of the hog. But now at this point, the barbarian hut is in range of that musketeer, so it takes that out. And once again, split pushing both sides. I play the bowler down, and I throw a log down on the left side just to push everything back. And then I guess he didn't have much better stuff to play on the right side, so he just places down a furnace on top of all my troops. I believe only one fire spirit got a hit off. But anyways, at this point, it's not looking good for him. I don't think he's even touched my tower yet. With the incoming hog, I just play down some fire spirits. I think 5 fire spirits actually hit that hog there, and it still got a 1 swing off. And then I play my 3 musketeers down in the middle just to defend either lane, whichever he pushes, and then also to come back with a counter push. The bowler's really great as acting as a tank, and it also, like, all the troops that are usually used to counter the musketeers, the 3 musketeers, are usually like the barbarians or the skeleton army. So the bowler's also really great at pushing those back and killing it, one-shotting those skeletons, and basically just pushing the barbarians away from the musketeers. It's a really great combo, especially in this double elixir. I'm not so sure I would use it in regular games because one, it's a really expensive deck. Anyways, the left tower is already down. Right side has barely any health left, so it doesn't really matter that that hog gets a few hits on my left tower. At this point, I already know it's good game, so I'm just trying to take down that right side tower just to rub it in, kind of. And anyways, that is good game. So I'll just show you guys one more replay here. And like I said, if you guys want to see any more of the other replays, you can just check those out. I'll make a separate video, and I'll also link it in this video to the other one. And also, I'm going to keep using this deck because, as you know, it's undefeated so far. And I would like to keep it that way, and I'm going to go for another 12-0 victory. And hopefully get another legendary out of that chest, actually. So, I still wasn't expecting that. I wrote a script for this video. And originally I figured I wouldn't get anything good, so I wrote down, at that point after opening all the chests, like, oh, I got nothing good as always. And so that kind of caught me off guard and threw me off. But in a good way, I got the Inferno Dragon. I don't really use it though, actually. I believe it's like, it's level 2 and then plus 1 more that I just got. But anyways, I really love using the bowler, especially if you place it in the right spot in the middle. It goes through the giant, and as you saw, it took out the witch that had a sliver of health left, which is really great value. It also pushes back a lot of smaller troops, which is awesome. And I got 1 hit down on that witch, so I used the fireball to finish her off. And now to deal with the bowler, I don't have much, and my barbarians are lined up right in front of the tower, so it goes through all of those, which is not good for me. Drop down my 3 musketeers at the back to defend both sides, and then eventually come up with a counter push. Now I have the furnace pushing the left side, and then the barbarian hut on the right side. He also has a lightning, takes out my musketeers and damages my tower. Now, so I'll just play down my barbarian hut. Wasn't the best timing or place to play that because the bowler isn't in range of my tower to shoot at it, so I'm doing basically no damage to it. And the rock that he's throwing also goes through my barbarians and hits my hut. Also, again, as I was watching that, I didn't even notice the right side tower was going down. Those barbarians, if left untouched, actually do a ton of damage, which is awesome. And so now I just basically need to defend. I played my musketeers in the middle. I'm not sure why, but all 3 of them went to the left side. Anyways, he plays the lightning. Wasn't expecting my bowler to be played, so it actually damages the bowler and leaves 1 musketeer alive. Now for about 30 more seconds, I just need to defend, so I place another barbarian hut, and then just push the bowler back to keep it off my barbs. And I'll just start basically just defending, playing everything. With 20 seconds left, there's almost no way he can get past my defenses. So it's already a good game, but I will continue to play just in case. And I'll just play everything. Plays lightning. And that's pretty much it. And that's a good game. Yeah, so that'll be all the replays for this video. As I said many times already, you can check out the other video for all the replays. There's, I believe, about 6 more you can watch. They're all super great. Some of them were close games, most of them not really, but they're all mainly because I dominated them. But mostly because of the deck, actually. And anyways, here's one last look at the deck. It's super awesome. I really recommend that you try it out. And yep, that should be it on this. That should be it for this deck. Stay tuned for that other video with the extra replays. And also, on a side note, if you're above 3,000 trophies and are looking for a clan, you can always check us out at Stray Wolves. We are pushing for actually the top 20 or top 10 in Canada. Right now we're at about 50th, and we're still looking to go a lot higher. I know I can get still quite a few more trophies. My personal best is 4,698, and I'm still like 300 trophies away from that. And anyways, yeah. Also, just a little sneak peek at one of these decks. I've actually the Three Musketeers are by far my favorite card in the game, and I've made quite a few great decks for it. So I'll be doing a few videos on that. They work super well in Arena 7, 8, or 9, and they actually got me to this point on this account, and it's also working super well for my mini account, which is just about, I think it's like 20 trophies away from Legendary Arena. And yeah, this is one of the decks actually, and then there's actually this other one which I don't have on me right now, but that'll be coming out soon. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, that's all from me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.